tag team action about to get underway here. They're a little bit city, they're a little bit country. We're about to get it on in Fort Worth on a Friday night. Purple Haze against the Cowboy Way. Tombstone Tom Shire starting off the action for the Cowboy Way. Prince Alexander representing Purple Haze. A little sign of respect here, a little handshake attempt by Tom Shire. This is Tom Shire's debut here in Mat War Pro Wrestling, trained by the legendary former NWA champion Dory Funk Jr. at the Funkin' Conservatory in Ocala, Florida. World traveled is Tom Shire, attending All Japan Pro Wrestling, competing on a tour there in his early years. More recently, competing across the pond in Germany for WXW, noted German Federation amateur wrestling stylings there. You know Tom Shire's fundamentals are sharp as a knife. No one better to learn from the Dory Funk, legendary Texan, born in Amarillo, now training the future of professional wrestling in Ocala. And that right there is no better displayed than Tombstone Tom Shire. Prince Alexander holding his own here, showing off his agility. He's rocking, he's rolling, hopping like a lowrider in Houston, baby. The elbows aren't swinging, but the elbow of Tom Shire is hurting pretty bad, being slammed down on the mat there. Sticking with the arm and the wrist control. Tom Shire attempting it. Not nearly as good of a kip up as Prince Alexander. Prince Alexander here. Oh, Tom Shire finally got it. A suplex, and he didn't even have to leave his feet. That's the size that Tom Shire has, standing 6 feet 4 inches tall. Very reminiscent of the wrestlers of days of yore. Very simple, black trunks, black boots, no knee pads. This man doesn't need to be flashy. He doesn't need to show off. He knows how good he is. And speaking of men who know how good they are, let's talk about one called Manders. Former Iowa Hawkeyes. I got to get myself right. I do not want Steve Manders to kill me. Very decorated fullback. I've always said the fullback is perhaps the position best suited to be a pro wrestler. You're playing offense, you're playing defense, you're built to run through walls. Stevie Hendricks has a hell of a challenge on his hands here, but we've seen Prince Alexander and Stevie Hendricks, we've seen Purple Haze put on hood classics every time they're in a Mat War Pro ring. Stevie Hendricks having none of it. Says, you want to shove me? That's confidence. I'm not sure if it's well-placed confidence, but that's confidence nonetheless. You've got to love it. Fort Worth loves it. That's what has made Purple Haze Mat War Pro mainstays. Manders stampeding out of the corner, but Stevie Hendricks rocking Manders. The big boss of the Plains immediately out of the ring. Got to regain his composure. That's like the snap happening and you just get run over by a defensive lineman. Manders letting Stevie Hendricks know what he thinks of him in some not so family-friendly words. Oh, now up against the wall. What does Manders have in mind here? This is breaking loose. It's like watching the Funks against Hanson and Brody here. It's broken down into chaos. It ain't Corrigan Hall, but it's the Southside Hall in Fort Worth, Texas, and it's the home of Matt Ward Pro Wrestling's 3-year anniversary. Gavin Ash, the fireball, trying to distract the attention of MJ Bell, but he might have distracted one called Manders a little bit here. Stevie Hendricks so frustrated he almost used a chair. I don't know how MJ Bell stays on top of this action. The legal men were one called Manders and Stevie Hendricks, but he's got to try to break up Tom Shire and Prince Alexander as well. Brawling all around the hall. Oh, we've got a 2-on-1 attack coming. Things are getting smart. Gavin Ash interfering, taking that chair from Purple Haze. Gavin Ash, though, might have just put himself in harm's way. Thrown into the stage. Now Gavin Ash trying to regain his composure here. Purple Haze has one called Manders down. Watch out for Gavin Ash taking out Purple Haze while Thomas Shire has MJ Bell distracted. That's how the odds get evened up. A little 3-on-1. Is that really the Cowboy way? I don't recall Matt Dillon riding in with a couple of guys to outnumber the bad guys. Perhaps it's the modern Cowboy way. The way of one called Manders. The way of Tombstone Tom Shire. Prince Alexander sent into the stage, but Stevie Hendricks able to reverse. One called Manders down. I remind you, those two are still the legal competitors. One called Manders getting his arm slammed. You know he loves that lariat like many a Cowboy before him. Branching, roping, all of these increase that arm strength, and Manders has used it successfully around the globe. But it looks like the target is locked in for Stevie Hendricks. Tag made by Prince Alexander. Going up top is Alexander, down! Diving double axe handle to the shoulder. Both of these teams, well-established tag teams. You know they know tag team strategy. You know they've got the mindset. Ooh, that chop damaging the hand and the arm of one called Manders. Prince Alexander staying locked in. Manders now writhing in pain. Prince Alexander trying to take both arms. We've seen Manders throw the lariat. He likes it with that right arm, but he's just as dangerous with that left. A little ambidextrous lariat. That arm didn't seem too impacted for the scoop slam. In comes Tom Shire. Back elbow by Shire, and another one. Manders still favoring that right arm, though. That's where the most damage was done. Keep your eye on Shire, though. 230 pounds, big boot. Now the leg of Tom Shire might have been a fatal mistake there. A series of moves there, targeting the knee, targeting the leg. Tom Shire, a big fan of that fireman's carry, then with an airplane spin, shades of Gorilla Monsoon. That's going to come into question here if that knee isn't 100%. Another patented move of Tom Shire, that step over toe hold. We saw the Funks use for so many years. His trainer, Dory Funk Jr., his brother, Terry Funk, innovated by their father, Dory Sr. That also requires those legs that Stevie Hendricks is so masterfully working over right now. Prince Alexander brings himself in once again. Targeted shot. Those cruciate ligaments around the knee, the ACL, the MCL, the PCL, all feeling the strain as all the weight of Prince Alexander comes down on the knee of Tom Shire. Purple Haze firmly control of this matchup so far. Tom Shire firing up a couple of shots. Can he keep the combo going? 4 shots in a row, but a drop kick by Prince Alexander, still much fresher. Tom Shire looking for that tag to Manders. Manders knocked off the apron by Alexander. Keep your eye on Stevie Hendricks, though. Manders just incensed by the attack by Prince Alexander. Allows a little double team there by Purple Haze, trying to even out the size discrepancy here. Manders now taking some umbrage with this crowd. He's got to be paying attention to this match. He's definitely paying attention to Prince Alexander just dissecting the knee of Thomas Shire right now. Goading Manders. He knows the hot temper of that Hawkeye. Tom Shire trying to make his way to the feet. He's got the claw applied to the face of Prince Alexander. Elbow there creates some separation. Tom Shire back to the corner. Prince Alexander in the middle of the ring. Miscalculated by Alexander. Up and down. That is the innovative offense. Whoa. Stevie Hendricks came in hot, overshot Tombstone. Tom Shire makes the tag to Manders. In comes one called Manders. Big right hands. Chop, punch, punch, chop. Shades of Tenryu, the Japanese influence there by Manders. Alexander off the ropes. Watch for Manders. Shoulder tackle. Right back to the line for Manders. Up comes the stampede, maybe. Watch out for Alexander. No. Power slam. Purple Haze stacked up center of the ring. Prince Alexander, the legal man, one called Manders, brings in Tom Shire. Cowboy Way has control. That lariat is being wound up. Tom Shire says, I'll hold him still. You take his head off. Keep your eye on Hendricks, though. He hooks the arm. Manders can't get free. Alexander can. Enziguri, Tom Shire out of the ring. Manders is free. Lariat, big boot, Superman punch. Purple Haze is cooking. No-clue driver. Stevie Hendricks turned himself inside out on that one. Alexander's going up. Swanton. Haze for the win. 2, 3. No. Only 2, says MJ Bell. One called Manders out at the last possible moment. Prince Alexander, the first man to his feet. Manders merely to his knees. Stevie Hendricks up now. Manders off the ropes. What do they have in mind? Nothing now. Manders hooks the rope. Hendricks charges in first. Gets a boot for his trouble. Now Alexander cut off with it. Oh no, I thought the elbow caught him. A glancing blow. That wasn't a glancing knee though by Thomas Shire. Drop kick by Stevie Hendricks off the top. Fort Worth comes alive, chanting Purple Haze. This has been the best opportunity they've had all night. Come on, boys, you've got this. Representing Matt War proudly. I've got to agree with this Fort Worth crowd. This is awesome. This is Tag Team Pro Wrestling. This is Matt War Pro. Pro wrestling is a science, and we experiment with war. Manders and Alexander trading blows, dead center of the ring. A test of will. It looks like a bar fight at the White Elephant in the Stockyards. Manders eats that shot from Alexander. But he's still standing, and Alexander is not after that. Tag to Shire. It feels like the Cowboy Way is having their way with Purple Haze right now. Thomas Shire has him up for the power bomb. Manders, no! No way Manders is going to do this off the top. Alexander rolls through. Manders is still up there, though. Keep your eyes on the former fullback. Big slam off the top. Manders introduced to the wood and steel the hard way. Chop didn't prevent Alexander from making the tag though. Hendricks is rocking. He's rolling. It's a fight. He's 2-on-1, but the odds don't seem to matter. Pass off to Manders. Neck breaker by Alexander. Hendricks ducks the line. Double knee arm breaker there. Manders and Shire have had their greatest tools neutralized here, but their will has not been compromised. Knee breaker there. Off the rope comes. Caught with a European uppercut. Shire's got life, but he might not have legs. Oh, he's got him. He couldn't get him up, though. Caught. Oh, they're going for the assisted lariat again. Just like before, though. Now, full Nelson applied by Stevie Hendricks. Hendricks knocked off the apron by Shire. Alexander, lariat, center of the ring. 1, 2, 3.
Well, goddamn, man, we're out with that, huh? I'm not gonna lie, gave Zebra enough guff. Let me talk real quick so we get on to the main. I wasn't gonna do any of this, but not gonna lie, I knew Purple Haze a little bit. You know the song Jimi Hendrix. It's a good song. But these two, god damn boys. These guys right here, they're not just the future of Texas wrestling. These guys are the damn president of independent Texas pro wrestling. And whether you like it or not, Mustache Man, I've been all over the goddamn world. So has Tom. These two boys are some real bad mofos. So hey, handshake. Anytime we can get a round two, that'd be great. Purple Haze, everybody.
What you saw tonight is all we ever asked for. Respect in the ring. That's all we ever cared about. We're the best tag team in Texas. And still, people are still trying to figure that out. Now they know the best, period. So guess what? Next time you see us at Matt War Pro, you already know for sure it's about to be a hood classic.